Alright folks, so I finally got my hands on the ELEGOO Mars 4, and let me tell you, the hype is real. This thing is seriously impressive, especially for the price. We're talking a 9K monochrome LCD crammed into a 7-inch screen. That's 8520 by 4320 resolution, which translates to insane detail in your prints. I've printed miniatures, jewelry, and even some functional parts, and the level of crispness is just mind-blowing. Forget those blurry, pixelated prints. This thing delivers sharp edges and smooth surfaces like you wouldn't believe. One of the first things I noticed was the build volume. It's not massive, but at 6.04 by 3.06 by 6.89 inches, it's definitely big enough for most projects. I was able to print a pretty sizable bust without any issues. And speaking of issues, the laser-carved build plate is a game changer. My print stuck to it like glue, which is a huge relief because peeling a failed print off the plate is the worst. Seriously, it's like trying to remove a sticker that's been baked onto your car in the summer sun. Not fun. Now let's talk about the light source. ELEGOO went with a COB setup, which basically means the light is super even across the entire LCD. This is important because it prevents uneven curing and those annoying inconsistencies you sometimes get with cheaper printers. Trust me, consistent exposure is key to getting those high-quality prints. The user interface is also a big plus. The 3.5-inch touchscreen is bright, responsive, and super easy to navigate. I love the model preview function, which lets you see exactly how your print will be oriented on the build plate. And the real-time progress bar is a nice touch, so you can keep an eye on things without constantly hovering over the printer. Setting up the Mars 4 was a breeze. It took me maybe 15 minutes to get everything unpacked, leveled, and ready to go. ELEGOO has clearly put a lot of thought into making this printer user-friendly, even for beginners. They even mention in the product description that it's suitable for beginners, which is great. Although, I'd still recommend doing some research and watching a few tutorials before you dive in. Resin printing can be a bit tricky, but the Mars 4 definitely makes it more accessible. One thing I did notice is that the printer is a bit on the heavy side, coming in at around 16 pounds. It's not a deal breaker, but it's something to keep in mind if you plan on moving it around a lot. Also, a word of caution. Resin can be messy and requires proper ventilation. Make sure you're printing in a well-ventilated area and wear gloves to avoid skin contact. Safety first, people. Overall, I'm incredibly impressed with the ELEGOO Mars 4. It's a fantastic resin printer that offers incredible value for money. The 9K resolution, large build volume, and user-friendly interface make it a great choice for both beginners and experienced users. If you're looking for a high-quality resin printer without breaking the bank, the Mars 4 is definitely worth checking out. It's a solid piece of kit, and I can't wait to see what I can create with it next. Let me know in the comments what you think of the Mars 4, and if you have any questions, drop them below. I'll do my best to answer them. And as always, thanks for watching.
Check out the video description for updated price. And thank you for watching this video.